The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the South Florida Bulls, taking on a team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. On the move from inside his 5. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And the try is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Anderson will throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the seat.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the 1st half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their 1st game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down, 10 yards to go. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big
fires the pass, intercepted. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making. And the Hurricanes have it at the 20.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. The Hurricanes in the hurry-up.
And, David, I know there's a part of you that wonders what if as you play tight end. You and I have been out in the field pregame before. We've been spinning it around. With your athleticism, I know you wonder what it would have been like to go make plays like that.
And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched the sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Anderson wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner is stopped. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile. That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the lone man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Firing to the right, complete.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Running toward the tape. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Bulls.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Anderson will throw. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He's going to let it go. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. The give from the gun. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watching the linebacker, you could tell, locked in on the quarterback, chases him down, gets to him, and not only gets to him, doesn't let him break the tackle, gets him on the ground.
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
On second down, he'll let it fly. It's complete to the left. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a lead.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. They'll try to run for it. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Bulls are marching down the field. That was a nice pickup running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now 2nd and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Nice job. Mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The play action fake. Got a man in the middle. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And now the ball is... And looks as if the offense was able to get back on top of the football. And yes, it could have been worse, but as it is, it's a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On second down, just keeps firing. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he'll make the catch at the 15. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, USF.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
This offense has a second down play. Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking the shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with it. It's going to be a tough... We're not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But that great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Just about 30 seconds to go, and you want to score, but the last thing you need to do is give up a cheapie. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. It was the better play there by the defense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Anderson will throw. And there are flags flying as the pass ball's incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Absolutely perfect. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive results in a field goal. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And the Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
The give to the back. Gets away from one, finds room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Might as well give it to him again. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Power football with the run. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Anderson wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. It's good. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Trying to use the speed on the jet sweep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day. This one from 23. Field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Middle Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. They're trailing by 10 to Florida Atlantic. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. They'll ride the hot hand. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Bulls will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The option look. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Got his man down the middle. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his target down the middle. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. He's looking to pass. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And here comes the offense on second down. Anderson will throw. Getting some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass play.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking for a huge play. He's got it on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And that receiver had nobody around. That's got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Canes look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on 1st down. Coming after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. Trying play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after
Miami, 27, Southmore, 22.
second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
This quarterback doing a lot of good decision-making on that last play. First off, nice job extending, but then understanding what the coverage was, understanding nobody's open, and then going, hey, look, I can go get this myself, and finally, not only am I going to get this first down, I'm going to take care of myself, too. I'm going to slide. I practiced this all week. Little baseball slide action. We got a fresh set of hands.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
On second down, looking again to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Parks. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle.
Touchdown Bulls! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
He's got it for the 2.
You know, teams practice two-point plays all throughout the week and all throughout the year for situations like that. You need to make it a three-point game so your opponent can only tie now with a field goal. Great job of execution.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer, take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Quick handoff. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, Every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack play.
Now on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll go to the ground. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he broke one tackle on the way to a...
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Fast motion from the offense. They'll leave it with him. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Bulls have their offense in high gear. The give to the tailback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They're in control. The clock is their friend. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a cluster.
And these edge rushers, man, they're so athletic nowadays. They can get to the quarterback, bend that corner so quickly, get him on the ground before he knows what hits him. How about that defensive end, that speed off the edge?
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. And he's got it inside the 20. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll run it again. Touchdown Bulls. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by a field goal over Kent State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll throw it on 1st down. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Anderson wants to throw. He's got it. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. At the 45 on his way. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.